Hey, what's up everyone? Laura here from testprepinsight.com, and today I'll be comparing the GRE prep courses from Magoosh and Princeton Review. That way you can see how these two companies stack up and hopefully decide which one might be the best for your particular situation. So if you're ready, let's get right to it. I should mention up front here that since I'll just be touching on the major highlights in this video today, if you find you need more detail at any point about either course's features or study materials, you can always check out our full, detailed written comparison on our website. An easy way to get there is just to Google Test Prep Insight, Magoosh versus Princeton Review GRE. So let's start with pricing. And in this category, there's a pretty clear winner, and that's Magoosh. They offer two different course formats, a self-paced course, which they call their premium option. This costs around $180. And then there's Magoosh's live and premium option, which adds in 16 hours of live instruction and costs about $480. Princeton Review, on the other hand, offers several different course options. There's a self-paced course that costs around $500, a GRE 10 points plus course that, as its name implies, guarantees that you'll raise your score by at least 10 points. This costs around $900. Next is Princeton's Fundamentals course that includes 24 hours of live instruction and costs around $1,200. Finally, there's Princeton's GRE 162 Plus course, which, as you can probably guess, guarantees you a score of 162 or higher. This package costs around $2,400. So stacking the two companies side by side, Magoosh is clearly the more affordable option. You'll likely save anywhere from $300 to $1,000 or more by going with Magoosh. However, I should mention that both Magoosh and Princeton Review regularly offer sales and special promotions. So be sure to check the description below for coupon codes. I'll drop any current discounts and deals I can find down there. I've seen these different course options discounted by up to 10 to 15% before, so make sure to check that out before purchasing. All right, with pricing out of the way, let's quickly cover how each GRE program generally works. And I'll just say up front here that from a high level, the courses from Magoosh and Princeton Review are actually pretty similar in terms of both features and study materials. Both companies offer video lessons, live online classes, a guided study plan, practice problems, practice tests, etc. Basically, from a surface level, the courses look almost identical. However, when you really dig in, there are some subtle differences, and I think those are probably best explained by looking at where each company wins over the other. So let's start with Princeton Review, and the first advantage in their favor has to be the sheer quantity of resources they provide in comparison to Magoosh. They win in almost every category. So starting with practice problems, Princeton offers over 3,500, whereas Magoosh only offers 1,600. Practice tests, Princeton offers 8, Magoosh offers 3. Live class time, Princeton offers anywhere from 24 to 48 hours, whereas Magoosh offers just 16 hours. And the list goes on. You get it. So bottom line, if you're looking to absolutely immerse yourself in GRE prep over the next few months and you want a ton of study materials and content to keep yourself busy, then Princeton Review is your answer. Okay, next advantage for Princeton Review are their video lessons. Not only does Princeton provide more video content than Magoosh in terms of overall hours, but the quality of Princeton's video lessons is also better in my opinion. Magoosh's video lessons are just a little plain Jane. They're basically just a PowerPoint-style slideshow where the instructor does not appear on screen and instead just provides voiceover guidance as they work through the lesson and practice problems. Princeton's video lessons, on the other hand, are much more engaging and have much more better production value. They take the form of a digital whiteboard with the instructor appearing in the bottom corner of the screen. I just think it's helpful to actually see the instructor with your own eyes as they work through problems and demonstrate key points. It just feels a lot more interactive and personal. You can watch their body language, hand gestures, and facial expressions, which really helps with the learning process and material retention. All right, next up, Princeton Review also has the advantage when it comes to prep books. For comparison purposes, Magoosh does not offer any hard copy prep books with their courses. Whereas with Princeton, if you go with either their Fundamentals or 162 Plus course, they include a set of comprehensive books or manuals as Princeton Review calls them. These books contain testing strategies, drills, practice problems, and more. So, bottom line, if you're more of an old school type of learner and prefer hard copy books to take notes in the margins, dog-earing pages, and highlighting key points, then Princeton Review is the more ideal prep option for you. Okay, so the last advantage in favor of Princeton Review are their score guarantees. As I noted with a couple of their courses, Princeton Review actually promises that you'll improve your score by at least 10 points or you'll score 162 or higher. These types of guarantees are pretty rare in the GRE prep space. I mean, let's face it, a score of 162 or higher should be good enough to get you accepted into some top-tier graduate programs. So that's a pretty big deal. For comparison purposes, Magoosh only offers a 5-point score increase guarantee. Now, with that said, there is some fine print that goes along with the Princeton score guarantees, so you should definitely check that out prior to enrolling. It's just a nice insurance policy for those of you targeting an elite score. Okay, now that you have a good idea of the areas in which Princeton Review wins, let's turn the tables and talk about where Magoosh wins. And advantage number one in their favor is clearly pricing. Magoosh is much cheaper than Princeton Review, and honestly one, if not the best value in all of GRE prep. But I already covered that earlier, so let's go ahead and move on to the second advantage. And that would be Magoosh's practice problem explanations. So when you're reviewing one of your practice sets or a full practice test, Magoosh provides both a text and video solution for every problem. This is something that Princeton Review simply doesn't offer. They only provide text explanations. But for visual learners, I think Magoosh's approach is a game changer. Text explanations tend to get boring and make it hard to focus, and substantively don't always do a great job analyzing problems, especially math questions. But these Magoosh videos do a really good job breaking down problems in an easily digestible way that help the material sink in. So I gotta give Magoosh props here. By the way, if you want to see examples of each company's practice problem explanations, be sure to check out our full written comparison. I'll have it linked down below in the description for you. I have screenshots and examples over there for you to check out so you can get a better feel for what to expect. Okay, the next big advantage in favor of Magoosh are their extra resources that they offer students, my favorite of which is the 24/7 email support. So basically, if you ever get confused or stuck on a practice problem or don't understand a specific concept or testing strategy, you can email one of Magoosh's remote GRE tutors and they'll respond with a detailed answer, usually within a day or so. It's pretty great. Just a nice security blanket in case you ever get hung up as you're studying. All right, last up. Advantage number 4 is Magoosh's content access period. When you purchase one of their GRE courses, you get 6 months of access, whereas Princeton's courses come with just 120 days of access. So if you plan on taking the GRE multiple times, maybe you're a nervous test taker and you just plan on treating your first try as sort of a trial run, or you're a working professional, busy mom or dad, and you plan on studying over an extended period of time, Magoosh is going to be the better option for you. All right, time for my final verdict. But before I get to that, I should mention that every single month here at Test Prep Insight, we give away a free prep course to one lucky person. It's super simple to enter. Everyone's eligible. I'll put all the details down below in the description. It'll take you less than 10 seconds to enter, and hey, you never know, you could win a free GRE prep course from Princeton Review or Magoosh. Okay, should you choose Princeton Review or Magoosh to help you prep for the GRE? Well, I think the answer to that question really depends on your budget here, what type of learner you truly are, and your targeted score. If your budget is less than $500, it's an easy decision. Just go with Magoosh. Like I said earlier, I think Magoosh is one of the best bang for your buck courses in all of GRE prep. It's just tough to beat their price point. Now, if money is not an issue, I think the decision boils down to how you learn best and your overall target score. If you're just looking for a self-paced program so you can get a decent score and get accepted into a local graduate program, I'd say save your money and just choose Magoosh. But if you're not the self-studier type and instead want top-notch live classes and a bunch of extras so you can score in the low to high 160s, I think Princeton Review is the way to go. Their courses, while more expensive, are also much more robust in terms of features, content, and instruction. I just think Princeton's courses, especially their live class offerings, are really going to give you the best shot of scoring high on the GRE. And that's all I've got for you today. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And check out our website and the rest of our YouTube channel for more reviews and comparisons. Bye for now.